Today we're going to talk about heart health, specifically how we can improve it through diet. So let's just get a little bit of history as to why this is important, okay? So every year, more than 600,000 Americans are lost through heart disease. And this is something that's really dear and precious to my heart. It's on both sides of my family, back to my grandparents. So honestly, no one is immune from it. It crosses almost all groups, whether it be age, gender, ethnicity. It includes them all. It is the number one cause of death, which means that's an equivalent to 1 out of every 4 deaths is due to cardiovascular disease or heart disease. Now, this is, even though that's a large amount, it's not a new phenomenon. It actually dates all the way back to 1200 BCE, where signs of cardiovascular disease was found in ancient Egyptian mummies. So with all the modern technology that we have, why does cardiovascular disease continue to be the number one killer? Because really technology has nothing to do with it. It's all about lifestyle. And it is the modern American lifestyle that has the largest influence on whether your risk factors will be high or low. Okay? So there's 5. I'm going to focus on 5 main risk factors. I'm going to mention 5 main risk factors. And these risk factors can contribute then to the other risk factors, such as high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, things of that sort. Even people with autoimmune diseases, certain autoimmune diseases are at higher risk for cardiovascular disease. So it's really important, if you're in that category, to consider making some lifestyle changes. So what are some of these changes that can be made? The number 1 is diet. Second one is physical activity, being active. 3 is alcohol use. Tobacco use is number 4. And 5, stress. Now, I know that you're going to say, yeah, but, just like was in my family, it's genetics, right? However, the genetic risk can even be lowered by your choice in lifestyle, how you are incorporating these changes into your daily lives. So what are some ways that you can improve heart health through diet? Now, you can look on the internet and you can find your basic heart health diet. So I'm going to focus on the things that you want to avoid because, there's that old saying, you are what you eat. But more accurately, I'm going to say this more accurately because it's so true with those with gut issues. If you know what I'm talking about if you have gut issues. It's not what you eat necessarily, which is important, but it's what you are able to absorb. And that is done in your gut. And if we're continuing to put garbage into our bodies, our gut is not going to process that very well. And it's not going to be happy. And then your body's not going to be happy. So foods to avoid. Saturated fats. That includes your butter, your processed meats, your fatty red meats, your poultry with the skin. Okay. Sugars. Yeah. I hear all you out there with your sweet tooth. Any of your sugar sweetened beverages, your sodas, even your coffee that you have your sweetener added to it, syrup or sugar, whatever it might be, your energy drinks, desserts, candy, your condiments like jams and jellies, those are all sweet things. Those are all sugars and can contribute. Refined starches. is another no. Like your white bread and pastas, your rice, your refined breakfast cereals, anything that's not a whole grain, if it's that white processed stuff, just being processed takes down the nutrient value of it. Trans fats, such as your processed snack foods, your fried foods. And then a biggie is salt, right? So what can be the benefits of following the suggestions of avoiding these foods? Okay, what are the benefits of a heart healthy diet? Well, first of all, and I hear this all the time, what can I do for weight loss? Is diet. Now, if you want, though, a weight loss that's going to be sustainable, not like a quick drop in pounds where you're going to gain it back again, you have to make lifestyle changes. In other words, it becomes a way of life for you, right? So you want your weight, if you want to lose weight and you want it to be a long lasting forever type of a weight loss, not just this fast and quick thing. So because when, as it pertains to heart, weight gain increases cholesterol. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. We're going to build on this. These healthy diet changes can also lower blood pressure. Your lower intake of salt may then reduce fluid retention. We know fluid adds weight. If the fluid retention is decreased, your weight is decreased. And what happens when you don't have the weight and you don't have all that fluid? Your blood pressure is decreased. Lowers cholesterol. Again, weight gain increases cholesterol. So by lowering your intake of cholesterol-rich foods, this may contribute to weight loss, which may reduce your cholesterol. It's a win-win-win-win-win situation all around. So think of it this way. Your heart is responsible for pumping blood throughout your entire body, right? It's bringing rich supplies of oxygen and nutrients to every single cell in your body. And at the same time, it's removing toxins and waste. So high cholesterol, high blood pressure cause your heart to work harder to try to complete these tasks. And sometimes as time goes on, eventually it just can't keep up and it's not going to be able to do it as efficiently. So by incorporating these healthy diet changes, you will be working smarter so your heart doesn't have to work harder. Now go slay the day.